What we gonna do right now is go back, way back.
Give me your friend.
Baby.
What's up? I thought you was gonna start hanging out with the big girls again. What is all this trash? I'm serious. Where you are, not ever. Oh, not the Britney Spears. Hey, how you doing? Oh, but ain't the little leprechaun. Girl, your wings are so up. You look a mess. All about the big girls. What about the big girls?
Big girl, you done suck all the fat off your ass. It's all about the big girls. All about the big girls. It's all about the big girls. Welcome to another edition of the Uncle Luke Show. I want to thank you guys for joining me today. We're going to have a beautiful show. It's going to be good. I'm out here in the wilderness. Houses in the back. Everybody chilling. Earlier we had a few technical difficulties with the live, but we're here. We're gonna be joined by Streeter. He's gonna come in, give us his perspective on University of Miami and some of the topics today. We got some great topics today, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna talk NIL again. We're going to talk Memphis. Why does everybody all of a sudden think Memphis is not a great place to stay? We're going to have that conversation. We're going to listen to some coaches talk about NIL. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the show. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitch. We're on Twitter. I think we have a little technical difficulties on Twitter, but it'll be okay. I don't think you could share it on Twitter, unfortunately. Elon Musk, I don't think he really likes me, which that's great. I don't care. I've been in better company than that. But yeah. What's up, Glow? How you doing, Glow? You good? I see you saying like, share, and subscribe to everybody. So everybody, come on in. It's Thursday. It's Thursday all over the world. It is Thursday currently. That's what it is. It is Thursday. We're going to get on with the get this show going because I like to do this show. Y'all like my hat? You want it from the side, all that. But again, it's Thursday, ladies and gentlemen. We got a big show. Angel Reese going to Atlanta. That's my favorite player. Angel Reese, WNBA. I love it. Too bad she ain't going to Washington Globe. Unfortunately, you can't get Angel Reese over there to Washington. So we're going to talk some good stuff. We're going to talk some sports, politics, and entertainment. And it's getting ready to rain out here, unfortunately. I normally do the show Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I didn't do the show yesterday because I had to go to Naples for my son's baseball game. So that would be the first time a podcast get rained out if it started raining on me. Wouldn't that be interesting? Wouldn't that be really, really interesting? Because I didn't set up no lights, as you can see. I'm just all out here in the back, in the wilderness, trees in the back, lake over here, everything going on, sun getting blocked. You do the lighting, and then okay, we're gonna do natural lighting. Oh, we're gonna do lights. No, we're not gonna do lights. Yeah, we're gonna do natural light. No, we're gonna do expanded camera and all that. So you do all these things when you're outside, and it just does what it want to do. So I might be going black, dark. That is cool that I'll be going dark. I'll be going dark, and then I'll be going light, then I'll be going dark, light. Then the rain is going to come, and then you all going to be sitting there laughing. Yeah, rain on Luke. Rain on Luke. Rain on him. But unfortunately, I'm not going to care if you all have the rain come down on me. It'll be similar to what I'm getting ready to talk about. Don't go blaming waterfalls. Don't go blaming waterfalls. Hey, shouts out to Chili. Let me say this. Let me just get into this whole TLC thing. I talked about it originally on the show. I posted about it on my Instagram. Obviously, it went viral. It just went all over the place. People saw the clip. I think about 300, 400,000 people viewed everything. I talked nice because I don't want to come off badgering Chili because I like T-Bars. I like the group TLC. Chili, I met Chili before. Cool lady. I mean, nothing, again. And by looking at people, you never know where they're at politically. You never know where they're at as far as their political stance and where they're at mentally as far as what's going on in the world. I would have thought that Nick Cannon, another good friend of mine, these people are my friends. I would have thought Nick Cannon would have been smart enough to know the difference between Republicans 100 years ago and where we're at right now when it comes to the Democrats supporting African Americans. But back to Chili and TLC. Listen. Do I think people should not go to their concerts? I think people should go to the concerts. I really do. I really think people should. Do I think the group TLC should be canceled? No. I mean, let's face it. You're going there for the music. I do understand when people say, "Oh yeah, you're going over there. She's taking the money that we're paying her at the concert and donating it to people who don't like black people." I get that. I get that. I really do get that. So if you're saying that you're not going to the concert because of that, I'm fine with that. I am totally fine with that. Because I wouldn't want to give my money to somebody or something that's going to be putting it in the hands of organizations and people like Donald Trump. But now let's get to the reality of it all. You go to Publix. Publix supported the insurrection. You smoke all these cigars. Everybody smoking these cigars. 99.1% of these cigar companies donated to Donald Trump. You go to all these NFL football teams, you're buying the jerseys and all that. 99% of NFL owners donated to Donald Trump. Are you canceling them? Are you not going there? Did you say, "Oh, I'm not fucking with the Cowboys," because you saw Jerry Jones? You saw Jerry Jones outside with the alleged mob standing up while the little black girl had to be ushered in by police officers when that angry mob allegedly did not want that little black girl to go to school, but you still support the Cowboys. Now I'm just keeping it a buck. I'm just keeping it a buck. Is it about when it comes to black people, then we're gonna cancel. But when it comes to white people, yeah, I don't like Jerry Jones, but I'm gonna go support my Cowboys. I don't like the Miami Dolphins, but even though Ross gave millions of dollars to Donald Trump, but I love my Dolphins. I love my Raiders. I love Tom Brady. Tom Brady actually had a mega hat in his locker when he played at New England Patriots. But y'all love Tom Brady. He's the GOAT. He's the GOAT. Let's keep it a buck now. Let's keep it a buck. So if you're going to not show up to the concert for TLC, then why are you showing up to the NBA basketball game? Why are you showing up to the NFL football game? Why are you subscribing to that? So let's do it the right way. Let's do it the right way. Let's keep it a buck around here. Don't. Hey, look, if we gonna boycott one, we gonna boycott them all. But I don't think y'all doing that. Hell, hey, we got to boycott for Target. Every time I ride by the gas station looking at Target, I ain't been to Target. Y'all say don't go to Target, I ain't go to Target. I look over at the gas station Target, what happened? I see black people moseying on up in the Target. I mean, there's a lot of product and a lot of things that have given to Donald Trump millions of dollars. Millions. I go to Winn-Dixie. I don't even know whether Winn-Dixie giving the money to these people. I try to avoid Publix because I know the lady from Publix did a lot of things. She had a big old, allegedly supposed to sponsor a big Divine Nine event, and then at the last minute pulled her support. I'm just saying, There's a list of companies and organizations that all y'all over there on X. Be on X right now, broadcasting live. You know how Elon Musk feel about black people, but you're on X. Yeah, on X, lathering up, tweeting like a mother scratcher. Yeah, what? Oh, so we're using it? Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it 100. So I'm saying this. If what we're going to do is say we don't like the ownership or the owner, then we're not supporting. Then if you don't like one of the singers, then you're not going to support. Don't do TLC the way you're not going to do an NFL football team. If you're not going to support in everybody who gives money to Donald Trump campaign, if that is where you're at, I'm fine with that. Just break out the list. But don't be doing no selective enforcement against black people. Yes, we're upset with Chili. She ain't the only one. We're upset with Chili. And then, man, hey, y'all packed out so far with Kanye West. Are y'all really boycotting people? You packed out so far 2 shows. 2 shows with Kanye West. 2 shows with Kanye West. And what did he say about Martin Luther King? And did he not sit up there with Donald Trump with his hat at the White House, calling him the greatest president of all times? Really? But you packed out so far. So what did he say about slavery? Listen, I know we upset with Chili. We are upset with her. Totally upset with her. I saw a statement saying she's suffering from mental health. We don't want nobody suffering from mental health. Do we want to let her know that we have a problem with that? Yes, I did it on my Instagram. We got a problem with that. Do I want the girl not to use her recording ability to just like go away? We're just gonna rock and stone her? No, I don't want that. I want y'all to go to the show. If that's what you want to do, if that's what you choose to do, go to the show, enjoy yourself, enjoy the music, because she's one person in that group. It's 3 girls in the group. 1 girl is not here. And I hope that portion of the proceeds of their show, whatever they splitting, it ain't split between the 2. It's split between the 3 because the other young girl got a family. And I hope that's the case. And so I look at it from the standpoint, it is 2 people in the band, 3 people in the band, 2 people may have one set of political views and another one may be off the reservation, which Chili is totally off the reservation. If you love the music, go there and enjoy the music, enjoy the show. You ain't got to stand her. There's a lot of them like that around here. We got tons of rappers. I never see y'all stop looking at Kodak Black. Y'all still loving Lil Wayne. Y'all was mad when Lil Wayne didn't get on the Super Bowl. Let's keep it a buck now. Let's keep it a buck. What are we doing? Are we really, if we send the memo, anybody fuck with Donald Trump, we cancel him. Send out the memo. Anybody mess with Charlie Kirk, send out the memo. You got coaches who I pointed out that said, I'm praying for Charlie Kirk's family and him. Coaches at major college institutions right here in Miami. And nobody said nothing about it. Nobody said nothing about the coach. Y'all pick and choose who y'all want to fuck with. I call it out. I call everybody out. I'm sorry, but y'all pick and choose who y'all want to mess with. I'm just saying. Are you going to tell the people to cancel Nick Cannon? Is that what we're doing?
You guys have to move. Just go over to Nashville. You got Vanderbilt over there. You got the fucking NASCAR. You got a stadium. Don't they got a hockey team too?
Yeah, Predators.
Predators, yeah.
Like they got everything.
Doesn't look like LeBron's going to be on the Grizzlies anytime soon, so Grizzly fans out there.
Yeah, they know. They're only staying at the fucking Hyatt at 41 years old. You think I want to do that shit? Being in Memphis on a fucking random ass Thursday. I'm not like the first guy to even talk about it in the NBA. Like we all like, you guys have to move. Just go over to Nashville. You got Vanderbilt over there. You got the fucking NASCAR. You got a stadium. Don't they got a hockey team too?
Yeah, Predators.
Predators, yeah.
Like they got everything.
Doesn't look like LeBron's going to be on the Grizzlies anytime soon, so Grizzly fans out there.
Yeah, they know. Their only chance was in 2003 if they would have won the lottery to get me there. And I might have pulled a Eli Manning and not showed up.
Okay, so we go from Chile giving money to Donald Trump, which, if there's anything she got right, was the fact that you donate to campaigns for your candidate to win. And I want to thank all the people like Glow and everybody who has donated to my campaign. I hope Chile send a donation over to my campaign. And just like all the rest of y'all, if there's something that y'all need to be about, like Chile, is donate to the campaigns. And maybe we'll keep our community. And you can start by donating $5 to my campaign. It's down on the bottom line, www.luthercampbellforcongress.com. But we segue from the black woman supporting the white candidate who's oppressing us, trying to oppress us, trying to put us back in the fields, to a guy who I like, LeBron James. I'm okay with LeBron James. Love him to death. I love him to death. I actually do business with one of his companies. The guys over there and the girls over there, I love him to death. But one thing about me, I call it a spade a spade. This is wrong. I'm the elder in the room. This is wrong. Maybe LeBron was having too much fun on the golf course. He was speaking a little candidly. I think he owed the people of Memphis an apology, because I love Memphis. And Memphis is one of our blackest cities. Memphis is one of our blackest cities. We don't tear down a black city. Now, we're going to say Chile is supporting Donald Trump, and he's trying to tear down any and everything black, incorporated black people. Now, then, on the other hand, we're tearing down black cities. No, we can't have that. I love LeBron James to death. I'm the elder in the room. Yeah, he may be 40-something years old, but I'm 60. That's wrong. He owes Memphis an apology, because here's why. Here's why. This is so wrong for so many reasons, from arguably the most powerful athlete in the world. You just crashed and burned a black city that's trying to find a way, that's having issues with crime, that they're very proud. The people there, the people of Memphis is proud. You got Elon Musk that put a damn plant there in the middle of these people's neighborhood, got all kind of allegedly pollution, killing some of the people. But mind you, our number one black athlete in the world is crapping on a black city because the hotel is not right. Now, I'm going to say, I love LeBron James to death. Love him to death. He is wrong. And I'm going to call it a spade a spade. Dead wrong. You can't do that. This man is so powerful. LeBron LeBron James is so powerful. You know what LeBron James do? LeBron James, I don't know if he still does it. LeBron James rents out a convention center, and all these big corporations come, and he walks around and pick and choose who he's going to be in partners with, who he's going to do sponsorship, a partnership with. That is how powerful he is. No other athlete does that. Other athletes have to hire a marketing company to go out and try and get them marketing deals. LeBron James pick and choose what he wants. So in this case, if you got a problem with the hotel, LeBron James is so powerful that he don't need to be on the golf course chopping it up, talking trash about Memphis in the hotel. LeBron James is so powerful that he can call the W Hotel. He can call Marriott. He can call anybody and say, look, let's bring a major 5-star hotel to Memphis. That is how powerful he is. That is what I expect out of LeBron James. And I'm here to tell him that's what we expect out of you. That's what we expect. No, don't talk about going to Nashville. Look at the demographics of Nashville versus the demographics of Memphis. So on one hand, we can't be caping for Obama and caping for black people and the black way of life without building our own people up. We can't tear our own people down. We can't tear a city down. Well, some proud people there. I mean, I did a song with 3-6 Mafia. They'll be proud of their city. You don't do that. Even if you say, oh, I won't stay in Akron. You build our black cities up. You don't tear them down for a white city, for Nashville. Oh, let's take the team to Nashville. Really? No. I don't like the hotel. Trash. I don't want to. I'm 40 years old. I don't want to stay in there. Look here, man. The other part of this, we can't never forget where we came from. We cannot never forget where we came from. I hang out with my friend Stan, and he liked to go to Carbone's. I don't like that. He likes to go to all these sexy restaurants, sexy fish, Carbone's, all the top of the line. Say, Stan, I like going to the flashiest I'm going to go is Joe Stonecraft. And every now and then I go to Prime 112 because Miles is my friend. But I'm going to the black restaurants in the hood. Stan don't want to do that. I love him to death. He wants to go to those places, and he has a reason why. Because he say, look, Luke, all my life as a kid, growing up in Little Haiti, I had to move roaches out of my cereal and then eat the cereal because we had nothing else. So I worked so hard that I would never have to go through that again in my life. But yes, Stan go to the neighborhood spots, but that's why his whole thing is, look, I'm going to the best, the top of the line restaurants because that's how I work. I understand that. But that's a guy who then goes back and gives back to his community, and every kid in the community, he makes sure he spreads love and life to them all. LeBron James does that too. He does that. He got schools and all that. He's bringing life back to the kids and everything. But at the same time, don't tear Memphis down. Don't tear Memphis down. Don't do that. Don't do that. You got FedEx over in Memphis. You can go partner up right now with FedEx. FedEx people spend billions of dollars into Memphis. Hey, FedEx, let's do this, man. Let's build a brand new hotel up in here, man. Let's build a 5-star hotel. Let's take a whole block. This man's so powerful that he could create a whole damn Bill Street. That's what you want from Nashville. Memphis has the best barbecue in the world. Memphis has history in it. Martin Luther King history. You can't do that to Memphis. I'm sorry. The sky is too powerful to throw the whole city under the bus. Okay, I don't care about other players saying that. Other players is not LeBron James. Everybody ain't LeBron James. He knows that. Because when it's time for all the players to come to whatever event, LeBron James is not standing in the back. They want LeBron. If there's a picture right now, they want LeBron James in the front of the picture. No. You front and center. And that's everything. You're front and center, so you can't say what other players are talking bad about the hotel accommodations in Memphis. Matter of fact, if you don't like it, you can always get your Airbnb. Rent some mansion. There's plenty mansions in Memphis. So I'm just saying, man. I love Memphis. I love the people of Memphis. I go to Memphis. I try to go to Memphis every year. They have great events where they do fundraisers for the kids and all these different things. Look, my friend Gerald Dollins, he was he started the police department, school board police department in Memphis. There's a lot of beautiful people in Memphis. Don't do that to Memphis. Shit, hell. One of my first time going to Chicago, I stayed at the Ritz in the Water Tower. Y'all know where that's at. And I went to jail. No, I went to jail because at that time, not too many black people were staying at the Ritz in the Water Tower. And they started looking at me like I was crazy because if you know anything about Chicago and you know about the Ritz and the Water Tower, you know that there's a mall. I went downstairs to the mall to go grab me some cologne and a few things out the mall. They started looking at me crazy like I wasn't supposed to be there. Next thing you know, a couple words said, I'm in jail. So here we talking about we want to be in five-star accommodation. Five-star accommodation don't necessarily like black people, most of them. And I am here to tell you, I have traveled around the world 12 times. And when I mosey my black ass up to this day in five-star accommodation, they go to look in, they go to searching your car down, you go in the elevator like this, and you're surrounded. I wish there was a world where we had all types of accommodations where we can go into our own five-star accommodation situation where we don't have to be looked at crazy. And LeBron James could do that. He can make something like that happen. Speaking about five-star accommodations, NIL, I told y'all for the longest, what these people gonna do. I said this like as soon as Nick Saban rolled his butt up to Ted Cruz months and months ago, I said, boy, they're gonna come up with a situation that players are not gonna be happy about because these good old boys got a real problem. These good old white boys, coaches, got a real problem with these young black kids making millions and millions of dollars. They feel like you don't supposed to be making that kind of money. They feel like it's just like, and now they starting to lie. Listen to this lie.
Wait a minute. The guy got 2 kids. He's still playing college basketball. Crazy thing, he's using NIL for his first wife's alimony. And now he's still playing college basketball. Are we nuts?
Let's be real. This man just said what he said. There are players out there who are so old that they're paying for their first wife alimony. That's Calipari, that's a little too extreme. Here's a guy that made millions of dollars off the backs of young black athletes because he got the cream of the crop. Because he allegedly paid them all at every place he went. You think Calipari doing some fabulous job of coaching? I remember going to a golf tournament in Tallahassee, and I saw Bobby Bonds sitting there. I said, Bobby, how you so successful? How you do all this winning? Give me some tips. Bobby Bonds said, look here, man. It ain't about the Jimmy. It ain't about the X's and O's. It's about the Jimmys and Joes. If you have more Jimmys and Joes than your opponent, damn them X's and O's, you will win every time. And that's Colin Perry. Colin Perry, in some sort of way, always have the top players on his team. How the hell that happened? Do I know? I have an idea. It ain't because this man go from Kentucky to Arkansas, and he's winning. This man went from Kentucky to Memphis and took a team to the national championship and had lottery picks. Memphis? So I thought it was all about facilities. I thought it was all about city. The same place LeBron James and everybody talking about they don't want to go to because of the hotel accommodations. Calipari, remember, he went to Memphis and took a team. How does he do that? In the beautiful city called Memphis. See, y'all want to make up what y'all want to make up. But the man is, in my opinion, lying. He's sitting up there lying, trying to make a case with all the other coaches to do what? Stop NIL. Hello, Mr. Streeter. I'm happy you joined me.
What's going on, man?
I'm outside, Streeter. I'm outside. We outside.
I see you outside.
We outside.
Next to the hedges, man, with the mosquitoes, man.
Ain't no mosquitoes out there. You got the mosquitoes only bite. The mosquitoes only bite other termites. If you're a termite, then the mosquito will bite you. Mosquitoes don't bite me. I don't need no repellent. I don't need nothing. It's like if you're SH, whatever it is, that's when the flies are jumping. Flies don't even bother me. Cause I ain't. You feel me?
It's the first time I heard
Streeter. I don't have them problems. I don't have them problems, Streeter. And the mosquitoes bite me. They love me.
Well, you ain't talking about Colin Perry.
Float like butterflies and sting like bees up in this piece.
What?
I had technical difficulties earlier, but we on here. How you feeling, man?
I'm chilling, bro. What you talking about Colin Perry, bro? What Colin Perry did?
You came in late. You always late. I'm
always late. You want me
rewind selector. Since you were the main one wanted to talk about NIL. Let's go. There you go.
I mean, there are a lot of older gentlemen with beards playing basketball in college right now. There are. So you know, the one that's crazy is the guy comes in and he's waving to his kids up in the seats. And you're like, wait a minute. The guy got 2 kids. He's still playing college basketball. Crazy thing, he's using NIL for his first wife's alimony. And now he's still playing college basketball. Are we nuts?
You believe that? Do you really believe? First of all, Streeter, ladies and gentlemen, let me properly introduce you, ladies, because Streeter just, he has the tools to just barge right in without me introducing him. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Streeter from Footballville, the world-renowned Footballville. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe him, follow him on all of his platforms. He has all of the archive footage of every one of your top players from South Florida and from around the world. He's the first of the first. He gets it all first, and he does a great job. And he also travels and follows the University of Miami. So anything University of Miami you need to know about the team, that is him. He's the one that's always asking Mario Cristobal the tough questions. That's true. Which I don't think Mario. We don't think Mario like him because it's that's a whole nother story. So, but Street is there. Let me ask, before you start up with Calipari, I know you asked for an interview with Mario, like he interviewed with all these other people. Did you get the interview opportunity yet?
No. At the press conference, like everybody else, he told me at the press conference, not a one-on-one like everybody else got after the season. No, we put in for. We emailed everybody from top to bottom. We started at the bottom. And Cameron Gorey, the Minion guy, and we went all the way up. Man, we emailed everybody, man, from him to Jesus. Nobody answered me back yet.
Wow. Okay. Well, Mario Cristobal, if you're watching the show, which I'm pretty sure you watch the show on a consistent basis, you are Dennis the Menace. Make sure y'all give Streeter, please give Streeter a one-on-one conversation like you did all them Julio Raimundos. But you saw Calipari. You saw Calipari. You like that? I call a spade a spade. I'm sorry. I just had a whole conversation about a guy who I support. I mean, that I'm doing business with. I just keep it a buck. But Streeter, you saw the Calipari. Do you really think it's guys in the stands that's paying alimony to their first wife? Is that like him overdoing it to try and make a point, to try and make people who don't know? Because when you was talking earlier, you was like, Luke, until you explain this NIL thing to me like this, I didn't get it. And so the average person don't get it. So when the Calipari says something like that, he's throwing a monkey wrench in the game, trying to get public support of what him and the other coaches are trying to do. So what's your take on that?
You think so? He's talking about old guys on the team getting NIL, and they're so old that they're married and divorced.
That's what he said. And paying their last wife alimony.
And you think he's on the side of saving them.
Oh, no question about it.
Trying to throw a monkey wrench. At the end of the day, what do you think they're trying to do? You think they're trying to stop it, slow it down? What do you think they're trying to do?
First of all, Nick Saban has a problem with young black men. Nick Saban has a problem with young black men making millions and millions of dollars. He comes from, in my opinion, the plantation mentality. And the plantation mentality, those type of people, you don't level up to where I'm at. To pay a quarterback $10 million when he's making $8 million, he don't feel like that's appropriate. That's why he got out of the game. So being that you got out of the game, Nick Saban, stay the hell out of the game. Because at the end of the day, when we look at college football, Streeter, and you look at all the teams and the group of and Power Four, and you look at the teams who could afford it. If every one of the teams say that we're going to establish some rules and regulations ourselves as coaches, and we're not going to pay a quarterback over $2 million, a receiver over $200,000, they could do that themselves. They could not pay $10 million. Duke, don't you jump on Duke. You jump on Miami. You jump on Ohio State. You jump on Alabama. When you jump on Texas. When these schools do it, you're talking about your peers. The kids ain't walking up in there with their own financial institution that's giving them $10 million so you could go run down to Donald Trump and cry like a little girl. That's who paying it. Did Malachi Tony come in there with a company, the University of Miami and the collectives over there? They the one, Malachi Tony, Mama and Jeremiah Smith and all the rest of them, Mama went up in there and they say, how much you want? Right or wrong?
Yeah.
Blank checks.
Once he proved himself, I mean, I'm sure him and Jeremiah got blank check.
They got a blank check. So why is that the problem of the athletes? That should be the problem of the institution. So if you want to regulate somebody, you regulate the institutions. Don't take it out on the kids. So if Miami want to be competitive, if Ohio State want to be competitive, and they want to write blank checks, so be it. There it is. But you want to penalize the kids. You want to then you basically want to regulate, and I keep bringing it back. They basically want to regulate the University of Miami. They didn't expect this. They didn't expect these people here in Miami who can't get 30,000 people on a regular basis at Hard Rock Stadium. I'm keeping it a buck. It ain't like we got the greatest fan base. We just got a bunch of people that talk on X.
Right.
We ain't got the greatest fan base in the world. They ain't going up there like they're going to sorry-ass Gators game. Ain't nobody running up there like that. We ain't filling the stadium. We fill the stadium maybe one or two times a year. If Notre Dame came down here, if the damn Florida State, we're going to fill the stadium up one time this year. And after that, we're going to probably get maybe on an average 30,000 people in the stadium. Even if we undefeated. So they did not expect Miami to spend this kind of resources in their football program. They were on the road to this thing being a 2-conference situation. They were on the road to this thing being Big Ten, SEC. We're going to cut everybody else out. Everybody else going to be chopped liver, and that's what it's going to be. ACC got the memo. That's why they went and got Cal. That's why they went and got Stanford. And they just let SMU in. So they got all these Ivy League schools on a big-time level in ACC. Duke, private. Miami, private. Cal. Stanford. Come on, Streeter. They know that what it was going at, but they did not expect Mario Cristobal to come down here and the Cuban connection or whatever you want to call it, to dump boatloads of money into this program to make sure he wins. To make sure he wins. They didn't expect that. So now they want to regulate it.
They didn't think Miami had this type of money. So
nope.
So they're doing the regulating through politics, through Congress, and through things like that, right?
Yep.
And they got the big guy, they got Donald Trump on their side, and they're doing it through Congress. So okay, so in these moments, right, kids, like people that support NIL, so who fights for the kids in Congress?
That's the issue. That's the issue. When Nick Saban, Ron DeSantis, Charlie Ward, and all these people, Condoleezza Rice, they go get all the usual suspects. And they put them all in the room, and they all look around. Marco Rubio sitting there, my good friend, and Donald Trump, and they only hear one side of the story. If anybody should know about one side of the story, that's like when you go in, when the feds indict you, you don't have representation in there. You only get one side of the story. That's why anybody can get indicted. That's what they had, an indictment of these kids when they sat up in that room by themselves with Donald Trump and gave one side of the story as to why you need to stop and put regulations in place for NIL. Now, that's an executive order. Mm-hmm. They still got to go to Congress. And that's the whole reason why, one of the main reasons why all these mamas and daddies need to be finding a way to make a campaign donation just like Chile did into the Luther Campbell campaign fund.
Right,
no. You can do that by going to www.luthercampbellcongress.com. Because if I ain't in the room, you're going to get screwed. You're going to wake up one day and all these kids getting this, they're gonna be sitting there waiting one day. Streeter, I can see it happening. Their check ain't gonna come, and the mama got the big old house, and the daddy got the big cars. They got the bling bling. They got big bills because when you get big money, you accumulate. You get big bills, and then you can't. Then the people gonna say, well, they got a new rule. We only pay this amount to players. And your check don't come, and because if we don't pay this amount of money, they're gonna take our funding away, our federal funding. What happens then, Streeter?
No, so it's all making it's making sense to me now. These last 5 years of my life, because I was never big on politics, right? You know what I'm saying? I was a Marine. I was a dude on the sideline with a cell phone and a camera shooting football after that. But it's all making sense to me, right? Because I was rolling with a heavy roller for a minute, a few years ago, and I watched him support people that backed the industry that he was in, and he was trying to move, right? And he would donate money to the people in the places, Congress, and places that supported what he was pushing, which was marijuana, right? So now I'm older, but it's the politics thing making sense to me now, right? So what you do is you find people. And then fast forward a little bit. I remember one time I asked you about Kamala, and I mean when she was running, Kamala. Asked you about when she was running, and you were saying follow the money. They're going to put their money behind the person that they think is going to win because, okay, hey, I had your back. I need these flying cars to get passed. Hey, I had your back. I need, you know what I'm saying? I need these contracts for this company so we could get this prison because they support the people that's going to support push the things that they're pushing. Elon Musk giving Trump $30 million a month, right? So it's making okay. So now it's making sense. So if they're in Congress fighting against the NIL, right? There need to be somebody on the other side fighting for them, which has never happened in college football. There was never a voice for college football. When Northwestern tried to create a voice, they jumped out and was like, hey, wait a minute. NIL, y'all go find some money, but we ain't doing that union shit. Because the union shit would have addressed everything, TV deals, right? No, we don't. So there has never really been anybody in the room for the kids, right? For the players. So as they sit in Congress and they try to make all these laws and these things for stopping NIL, there has to be somebody in Congress fighting for the college athlete. Which is, I know it's you, right? Like the only person I know I've seen talking about is you. And if kids don't want NIL just to stop one morning, yeah, I would suggest you support the person that's going to have your back because nobody has had the kids' back since goddamn what his name was went up there about the video games. And O'Bannon fought with when he fought with the video about the video games. Him and the dude from Nike.
Remember that?
Yeah. The athletes don't ever have a voice. Right? They don't ever have a voice. But their voice needs support. I get it now. I understand how politics. I get it. I'm starting to understand how politics work. I got 2 homeboys running. And I'm starting to get it now.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you said it all in a nutshell. And I mean, to make my head check this
here, the president has just signed a massive executive order on all college sports. The order limits transfers, limits eligibility, limits how athletes get paid, and also bans NIL collectives. Every single restriction in this order is on the athletes. Not a single one is on the institutions making billions off them. This was written by coaches, commissioners, and billionaire boosters. Not a single athlete helped shape it. Yet somehow, athletes are the only ones that lose anything. Please just make it make sense for me.
Because they have no representation.
No representation, Streeter.
Yeah, right.
I mean, no representation. You go in a room, just like the young man said. Tons of people sitting in a room. You go in there with the president of the United States in the middle of a war. He got a whole war going on where people are getting unalived. And he's sitting up there with a whole roundtable discussion, like a United Nations meeting with nothing but coaches and conference presidents sitting there telling him, this is what you need to do. You need to well, if it's conference presidents and college presidents, well, how about conference president? You regulate your own schools. You regulate your schools. Right. It ain't about that. You tell your schools you're not going to spend X amount of dollars on a quarterback or a wide receiver. You come up with this is what we're gonna do. But at the same time, they sat in that room and they ain't say nothing about coaches. They ain't say nothing about this one thing. They ain't say nothing about no coaches, and they did not say nothing about the fact that these kids don't have a four-year guaranteed scholarship. They ain't say nothing about that, Streeter.
Right. Because the kids' scholarships are year to year, right?
I was letting the ambulance go by. Streeter, the kids' scholarship is a 1 year with 3 options. So every year, those kids' scholarships have to get renewed after every year. So when they sit up in there, now they want to put, and that's what they're going to have to fight in federal court. Because there's going to be some smart kid and their mother that say, hell no, this ain't happening. There's going to be some Fernando Mendoza daddy, mama, who a doctor who paying attention to all this, some white quarterback who saying, oh, hell no, they ain't finna do this to us. They're going to then file a class action lawsuit. They're going to go to federal court. And Donald Trump even said it. Let them go to court. Let them go to the Supreme Court because he thinks the Senate to the courts that, yeah, it'll get kicked. Yeah, it'll get kicked all the way up to the Supreme Court. And he feels like anything that goes to the Supreme Court, he will prevail because he packed the court. But he just found out last week that ain't happening because the people on the Supreme Court is not going for the BS. They're not doing BS business, even though he put them in there. They just showed him the other day. No. And they get ready to rule against him. And they've consistently did that. But the problem is that I have. The problem I have, Streeter, is the mere fact that Trump, with this bill, you know who this hurts? It hurts all of the public schools. The public schools are the ones who are receiving, most of the public schools are the ones who are receiving federal funding. So the University of Florida and every other public school in the state of Florida, they're going to lose out. University of Miami probably don't get that much federal funding because they're a private institution. That's why all their business is private. They don't get money from the state. Everybody else, Florida, South Florida, FAU, FIU, FAMU, Cookman gets a little bit of money. Florida State, those are the ones who are going to be really affected by this. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, Miami still comes out smelling like a rose. Like Mario Cristobal sitting up there, that they're going to change it again. They were like, holy shit, what the hell did we just do? Now Mario got all the top players. All the private schools got all the top players. We got to figure out a way to rank. But think about this, Streeter. Let me just say this to you. Isn't it funny when Miami starts winning? They always try to change the rules or investigate Miami. When NIL first came out, did they not investigate John Ruiz? They said he was doing something illegal.
First trip
Did they
they
not
made.
investigate the University of Miami years ago when we started kicking ass and taking names? They started saying, oh, Luther Campbell is paying the players off. He's doing NIL right now. We always get in because we're not considered in the good old boys system. We're not blue blood compared to them. We're supposed to be the doormat. But when we start winning using their rules, then we got to be doing something wrong.
Yeah, it was the first school they investigated. They flew down here and they investigated, went all the way through Ruiz stuff. You know what I'm saying? They just showed up out of nowhere. Say, let's go on, let's see what Miami doing.
And that's what they did before. Think about it. Did they not investigate and put coaches on show calls when Khadijah went to Ole Miss? Because they ain't considered Ole Miss. They're not a Why is the number one player in the world going to Ole Miss and not Alabama and LSU? Did they not put them people on? Did they not take scholarships away from them?
Yeah. All of a sudden, Ole Miss cheating. But I mean,
in the SEC. But Alabama never was cheating. LSU never cheated. Georgia never cheated.
right.
Texas never cheated. They never got investigated. They wanted to investigate Prime. Did Prime not get investigated when Travis Hunter went to Jackson State?
Jackson State.
And then he followed up with the boy who ended up transferring to Florida. What his name is?
To Florida?
The one who went to Colorado, the number one player, the next number one player in the world. When he went to Colorado, then he ended up couldn't make it over there. Then he over at Florida right now. The kid from Florida. What's his name? I forget what's his name.
Kamani McLean?
Kamani McLean. They ready to go pull up his skirt and say, well, what the hell going on over here? You see what I'm saying? But if Jeremiah Smith goes to Ohio State, it ain't no damn investigation because he's supposed to go to Ohio State. He's supposed to. Arch Manning goes to Texas. There's no investigation. He's supposed to go to Texas. And that's what's going. Those good old boys want to control college football. They know, they feel like the blue blood schools are the schools who's supposed to get the top players. That's what they feel like. If a top player go anywhere other than those top schools, they got a problem. They hate Mario Cristobal to death. How many you know more? You know better than me. Since Mario been here versus him at Oregon, that man has been attacked by so many other coaches with slick ass comments because he's playing the game, the NIL game, the way that the rules allowed it to. How many people? You had the Oklahoma coach jumping out there saying something slick. I mean, how many coaches?
Lane Kiffin, goddamn Wisconsin coach had something slick to say numerous times.
The list go on.
Yeah.
Everybody take a shot at Mario Cristobal. I mean, because they don't supposed to be doing this. They don't in the ACC. It's almost like this man really done turned the ACC back into the Big East. And then you know what's going to happen? When Miami dominated the Big East, Miami is now going to be dominating the ACC. They knew they were going to take Clemson and go to the SEC. Clemson then takes a no dive because Dabo Swinney just don't get it. Then what ended up happening, Florida State tried to get their all-boys school over there. It was like, no, y'all too close to Gainesville. That ain't going to happen. Then what? They never thought. Let me ask you, how many private schools in the SEC?
In the SEC?
Is there any private schools? Now we know that's the redneck conference. I know that's not politically correct to say so. All the people working on my campaign, Streeter does is to blame it on
Vanderbilt. Private school, Vanderbilt, the only private school in SEC.
One private school. And they can't beat nobody. They got one private school. They really want Vanderbilt to go over here to the ACC. Hey, let me ask you this here. What's the average capacity of a ACC school and an SEC school?
The school capacity or the stadium?
The stadium capacity.
Let's see.
I'm telling you. What's up, Ro? I'm telling you.
The SEC has multiple 100,000 seat stadiums. The average is 85 to 90,000. The ACC is 60 to 70,000.
And that's only Miami That's only Miami and
Slant.
Florida State.
Yeah, we slant.
And
Yeah,
Clemson.
yeah.
Miami, Florida State, Clemson. The rest of
Yeah,
these places are like
trash
trash
pile state.
everybody,
Everybody else trash pile on steroids. That's it.
I mean, you've been to these places. You have been to these places. You went to 5. You went to all of the playoff games. You sat up there and went 2 times to Texas A&M. You, for a guy who covers the University of Miami, and you went to all these other stadiums in the ACC. Did anything compare to Texas A&M?
No, size wise, it's like trash pile on steroids. Size wise, it actually looks unreal. Once they fill up the stadium, you start asking yourself, like, where do these people come from? Like they was not outside. Like, how did these people get way up there? Like, where did they come from? No, it's actually surreal to see in real life, and it's actually crazier to actually go in there and get a win, right? Because that's 104,000 people.
And that ain't even the big house.
No.
That ain't even where Jeremiah played at.
No, it was completely full, and the wind was blowing. Yeah, I mean, I've been there at night, and I've been there during the day, and both times it's pretty amazing to see that place full.
You've been to Gainesville. Have you been in a stadium in the ACC compared to that? And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, the stadiums in the ACC are more intimate. They're more intimate. Yeah, I've been to North Carolina before. That feels like a tea party or something. North Carolina feels like you're going to play tennis or something.
No. Hold on. We just let SMU in. You went to that stadium. What is that? What is that? Is that not FIU?
St. Thomas? Like St. Thomas. You know what I'm saying?
Like FIU. That's what I'm saying. So my point to everybody is this.
Pinch your ears. They get a little out. They pinch your ears, but it's nothing threatening. It's child's play.
It's my point to everybody is this. Is big business versus little business. Like I talked about LeBron James earlier. It's the Ritz-Carlton and it's Courtyard Marriott. Right. They look at the ACC as Courtyard Marriott, okay? Because they don't have the numbers and capacity. They don't have the big numbers and people buying them luxury suites and all that. And they don't look at them like that. They look at them like a basketball conference. And so the amount of money, even the television contract is totally different. They look at the ACC, they look at the SEC, and they look at the daggone Big Ten. The humongous stadiums, humongous viewership, and they look at those entities and saying, this is the future of college football. And so we need to get it under control. You don't hear them complaining about the amount of money Texas is spending. You don't hear them complaining about the amount of money Alabama's spending. When Duke jumped out there, Manny Diaz, the same quarterback we got, and he came out there with $10 million, they lost their mind.
Yeah.
Okay, we already investigated Miami, but Duke now gave $10 million.
They'd be glad we took that quarterback, because they was about to get that. The fans was gonna get on them, huh?
Exactly, like Duke. Look. Wait, they like time out, time to freak out.
Check this out. I remember one time I went to visit somebody in Texas, and we were driving to San Antonio, right? And we happened to drive by Texas, the university. And I had never seen. I told her, stop. I want to see the stadium because you drive by and the stadium is right there. So all she had to do is park. I got up and you walk and you could look down at the stadium, right? Like you could look down at the stadium. And Luke, when I looked down and I saw Texas Longhorn Stadium, the first thought came to my mind was how poor we was football wise. When I saw it, the first thought came to my mind was like, oh, we share Trash Power Stadium here. Like Miami shares the stadium with it was how poor. That's how beautiful and how well built the stadium looked empty, I immediately realized that, damn, we got all the talent, but we the crack house of the goddamn football.
The crack house.
Immediately, that was my first thought. Like, oh, this is their college stadium? Wow.
So you need to go see some of them stadiums, some of them high school stadiums in Texas. Well, when I was coaching at Miami Central, we went up there. I think it was Duncanville or Cedar Hill. We played in that stadium. I'm like, damn, this is a high school stadium. Field house, they got indoor facilities and all that. I'm like, indoor facilities? My God. I mean, no, that is, but the thing is, Streeter, that's the difference. They don't expect TCU to be spending that kind of money. They're trying to regulate. The SEC is trying to through Nick Saban and Calipari and all those people, they're trying to regulate the NIL. They feel like they can regulate their coaches, but they're not regulating them. And they're trying to regulate everybody else to bring everybody else back even to what it was at before when they were the only one paying players. It's just that simple. SEC had all the money, had all the fans, had all the boosters, and everything, and they were the only one paying players, and they became the dominant conference.
Right.
Now that thing is even out because of NIL. That's where we're at. And so what they're trying to do is legislate themselves back to where we used to be. That's why Donald Trump said this right here. Listen what he said.
Money was paid to students in the form of scholarships. What was the exact number that you said, Charlie, before?
$4.1 billion last year.
$4.1 billion was paid to the students in the form of scholarships, and everybody was happy. Everybody was happy. And now you got yourself a mess. And I think you should just go back to where you have and let some judge tell you can't do it, and you appeal it up and you win at some point, because I think what you had was a great system, $4.1 billion. Everybody was happy. Now you have a thing that you're never going to say. You have a jigsaw puzzle that's not going to be put back together. And colleges are going to go out of business. And I think you go back and the players that got the $12 million, a 17-year-old quarterback that got $12 million, one got $14 million. I hear they're negotiating one at $18 million. They don't know if he's got an accurate arm, but he's got a strong arm, coach. Accuracy counts too. They have no idea. They're going to give him $18 million. And you know what? Those guys that already signed contracts, you know what? Call that the lotto. They hit the jackpot. Let them have their money. You can't do anything about it. Woo! But I'd like to see, and I tell you, I just don't think it's right that a judge is allowed, that knows nothing, is allowed to destroy college sports and colleges.
Lou, it's like everybody in the comment section, imagine if you went to work tomorrow and your job told you they were no longer paying you in money, they were paying you in AI training. Yeah, we're going to teach y'all about AI, and that's how we going to, and man, y'all going to be the smartest people, but we ain't got no more money for you. But you'll be able to go out and get a job in AI once you get done with these 3 years of training. We ain't paying you no more money. He said everything was perfect when it was that. So it's starting to make sense to me now. Remember Ice Cube tried to go talk to Trump, and he tried to go talk to, he was trying to talk to Trump, and I think he tried to talk to who the person was?
Joe Biden.
He was trying to be a voice for blacks. And a lot of blacks didn't understand. They were like, he ain't speaking for me, because they didn't understand what he was trying to do. What he was trying to do was give the blacks a voice so they can then support the people, right? that support things that support them. That's what he was trying to do. Because if you were all unified in your vote, then now you could say, no, we support Luke because Luke support black households, right? But we didn't a lot of blacks didn't understand politics, don't understand what that is about. Now it makes sense. Now, when you go to NIL, now y'all need the kids need somebody with a voice. Because you just heard Trump. It can stop. He said, hey, listen. Mark Fletcher, he got his check. Malachi, yeah, they got their check. They got paid. Cam Ward, they got paid. But what he wanted to say was, but this faucet, we finna turn that faucet off.
He said that.
Right. So now, because there's no representation for NIL or somebody fighting for the kids, and this is why people give money to campaigns, because the campaigns support them. But I think as a people, we don't understand politics on that level for the most part. Not everybody. We barely vote sometimes, but understanding the politics side of it, the lobbyist side of it, a lot of us didn't have the money or the know-how to go in there and pay somebody that's going to have their back when they get elected, right? So we don't even play that game. That's why we always lose out when it comes to the laws.
That's why we always get gentrified.
Right. So now, kids getting NIL, or ones who just got recruited or just committed who hoping to get NIL, right? There's somebody, or find somebody, or Congress. I know Luke is one of them. Find somebody that has a voice, that has supporting you getting paid, because this can stop if nobody fights for you. That has been the whole problem in college sports. There's no union. Nobody stands up for the kids. Somebody makes a video game, makes it look like Luke, smell like Luke size, and say that ain't Luke, and make millions of dollars off of it. Nobody to fight for them.
That's where you at. Hey, Streeter,
Yeah.
no, you hit it. You listen, man. You hit it on the nose. I mean, these kids. Think about it. I'm gonna take you somewhere where you know what you know about. What you know about? How many kids right now today in high school that are getting NIL money? Tons of kids, right or wrong.
Yeah, there's some top kids.
And the card companies and everybody, a lot of these kids are got agents right now, and they're getting NIL money. And a lot of them are getting NIL money from colleges who are complaining right now. They right or wrong, they're getting NIL money right now. So now if I'm getting NIL money, and right now from a company who my projection look like I'm a 5-star player. I'm a 5-star player. I'm a high 4-star player. I could go commit to any major university in America. I'm now getting money in high school. Mm-hmm. Right? Let's follow me right here. How do you protect your money? How do you protect the fact that when you leave high school, there's a possibility under what Trump is saying, your money is going to cut off. At high school, when you go to college, we're going to put you on a salary cap. So if anybody need to be finding some representation are the ones right now who are in high school receiving NIL money because their projections are high. They need to go find them and their representatives. They need to go find somebody to protect them right now, because when they go to college, they're going to be trying to stay in fucking high school. Excuse my French. Because when they leave high school and go to college, they're gonna be making more money in high school than they are making in college, because that Leaf contract that they are giving you X amount of thousands of dollars, you ain't gonna be able to get that same amount of money in college.
Yeah, but they're trying to cut the faucet off.
They're trying, just like you say, they're trying to cut the faucet off. So whether it's me or whoever it is, them the ones who need to be dumping a boatload of money into my campaign. All the motherfuckers who getting NIL money right now, all your 4 stars, definitely all your 5 stars, because you are now getting ready to get got. Because if you ain't got nobody sitting up in Congress, and I'm gonna take it to a whole nother scenario that to bring it to how important it is. You said we don't do that. No, we fail civics. We failed civics. That's what the fuck we did.
I was absent that day.
You was absent that day. We failed civics. And when they were teaching civics, it wasn't sexy enough to go into that class. It might have been an elective, or it might have been not even an elective or anything. We failed civics, and our parents did not teach civics in the household. And white people know that. So they sit up there and they play the political game. They control the Democratic Party. They control the Republican Party. And they know we ain't paying attention to all the things that we need to be paying attention to. That is why our communities consistently get gentrified. That's why we're the last to get the best education. Our schools are trash. We ain't got no internet. When you right now go to a black school, you go to Miami Edison right now, and then you go down there to one of those white schools in Durrell, you'll think you're in a whole nother world. And these are public schools. These are public schools. And so the point that I'm making is this. We don't pay attention to what's going on in the world until the last minute. Only time we pay attention is when a cop shoots an innocent black man. Well, they already unaliving us before they even whip out the gun. They unaliving us in the budget hearing. Streeter, there was one time, and I wrote an article in the Miami New Times. There was so much crime going to this one area in Liberty City, and I wrote this article say they need to just put the cameras up there. They'll be able to find people, because I know they don't want to put the cameras up, because I always run it back to gentrification. You can stop the crime. So then they went to the federal government, and they said, and mind you, most people don't realize that what pays most of your police departments and your public works is because of the issues of the black community. Because they go lobby the state and the federal authorities and say, we need all these guns, we need these type of tanks, we need this type of resources to be able to stop crime in your city. So it's for them, for you to have crime, for them to be locking up X amount of people in the black community, from the black community, because they're going to do what? Because of that crime that's happening in the black community, that they gas up and put a battery on it, they can then go ask for federal funds. They can then go ask for state funds. And they take that money, put it into the police department, and buy all the things that they need to buy, whether it's cameras and all that, but it don't necessarily go toward the black community. It goes toward their pockets. So I'm not an advocate of defunding the police. No, I believe in funding the police, but I'm just trying to make a point that all the resources that are brought into into the state, from federal, from state, it's all off the backs of the black community. And the white community takes the money. And that is how it's always been, because they are the ones who are putting money into the campaigns of black people who look like me and you. And so when it's time to bust the money down in the budget, they sit back and be like, oh, okay, you can take all the money. Just bring me one of your developers to give me a couple dollars, because I want to go up and down to Atlanta. I want to buy me a pretty suit. I want to walk around like I'm jazzy and all that. And hey, they put all the money into their campaigns, and before you know it, what ends up happening? Your community gets gentrified. You get the least of anything, and you get the worst education. You get the worst housing. You get the worst of the worst until they want to take over your area. I'm just saying. And that's what we're doing right now with NIL. Donald Trump just told you. Everybody's sleeping at the wheel. Everybody's so busy trying to be, oh, I'm all this and I'm all that. Oh, yeah, I'm getting me some money over here. Oh, yeah, I'm big man on campus at the high school. Oh, I'm big boy over here. Oh, I'm riding up in the car right now. Oh, the school sending me some money. They're sending me $10,000 a week to stay committed to them. We know that's happening.
Yes.
We know that's happening. So the very people who are saying regulated are really the ones who are sending the money. So we're going to keep doing what we're doing until y'all change it. No, come on, man. Those kids and their parents, they better be watching. Hope they're watching, Streeter. Because they're going to be in big trouble. When they go mosey up to that school, and that school tell them, we can't give you what we gave Malachi. We can't give you what we gave Jeremiah Smith. We can't give you what we gave Arch Manning. That don't exist no more. The kids are gonna be sitting there like, hell, hold on. I was making more money in high school. I was making more money riding around SFE. I'm making more money from Footballville. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, bro, and it can happen. You see how fast the market changed, right? How fast the market went from college kids being starving and can't get a piece from the coach to college kids negotiating millions of dollars. It happened really fast.
Really fast.
And it can change. It can change back. Or it can be because all they did, if people don't understand it, all they did was say, hey, listen, hey, we're not going to negotiate with y'all TV deals and all and paraphernalia and all this stuff. We're going to make this golf. Y'all are athletes, go find a sponsor. That's all they did. We're going to make it golf. Y'all are athletes, go find a sponsor. And everybody jumped up. Oh, they finally paying. No, they ain't paying nobody. They finally said, you're free to go find money. That's what they said.
Hey, Street, let's put it in perspective. These people are getting paid. This president, the art of the deal, he already cutting the deal. Now he just contradicted his total self. Everything about him is making money in this presidency. Him and his family, they all cutting deals all over the world. He put the hotels and everything, Trump plazas and all over the place. And he wants to stop somebody from making money. Make that make sense. He wants to stop. This is hold on. Let me just put it here. Donald Trump is the original. Donald Trump is the original NIL guy. Donald Trump is the original use my name, my image, and my likeness. Donald Trump don't own all those Trump towers. He did a NIL deal with them people right over here in damn over here on Miami Beach. What that area is over there. Donald Trump don't own that place, that Trump tower over there. Most Trump towers he don't own. He did a NIL deal with these people. He's the originator of the name, image, and likeness. They did an endorsement deal to use his name, his image, and likeness, and they pay him a fee. He gets a fee. So now this dude want to get up there, man. Listen, if I was bruh, Streeter, they bring me up there, and they elect me to Congress, and they got to have a whole committee meeting. Hakeem Jeffrey, I'll be fighting them tooth and nails. You better put me on that committee. And when it's time for them to ask me a question, when I get to ask the questions, Streeter, now you know I'm a lawyer. I've did my own cases several times where I cross-examine. When I go to cross-examining somebody from the White House, and I ask them, the question is, has Donald Trump ever used his name, image, and likeness? Has he ever did an endorsement deal? Has he ever did a deal where he used his name, image, and his likeness on one of those Trump towers, one of those Trump casinos? Has he ever did that?
Mr. Campbell, can you be clear? Can you be clear? What are you asking me, Mr. Campbell?
No, I'm asking you that your president, the guy who wants to stop young men from using their name, image, and likeness. Matter of fact, he used his name, image, and likeness these amount of times on all these buildings and all these Trump towers because he don't own all of them. So now all of a sudden he wants to change the rule for these young men because at the end of the day, it becomes name, image, and likeness. That's what they're getting paid off of. They ain't getting paid. The university ain't paying them. They tried that. What happened to that? Oh, we're going to pay everybody X amount of dollars. Come on.
Yeah, man. What happened to that? Where that went?
Yeah, remember that? Remember that?
Every school getting $25 million. What happened to that?
What happened to that? Yeah, what happened to that? Every school gets $25 million, and you're gonna take your $25 million, you're gonna bust it down in all sport. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Hey, look here, man. This is crazy. We can't make it up. But I gotta pivot over here. I want you to listen to this right here, to politics. This is one reason why I'm running for Congress for Congressional District 20. Listen to this.
Vero Beach. We heard from a lot of people like this.
No known secret. Miss Bram does not drink the city water. I will not drink it. I have never drank it.
Fecal matter found in one of the wells, providing water for the entire city. This is how city leaders respond.
Nobody should be sitting here waiting 7 months for an explanation about why there's fecal matter contamination in the city's well water supply.
We did ask the guys in charge what they thought about it.
Didn't you, though, notify people in Riviera Beach immediately?
Because there was no need, because we have a treatment plant here.
Residents didn't find out till this week, 7 months later. Why the delay?
As for the 7 months delay, Lowe says it took the county health department that long to sign off on the language of the public notice.
Leaving a lot of people wondering. Leaving a lot of people wondering.
Streeter, you thought it was only in
Mexico,
Michigan. In Mexico, you can't drink the water. Exactly.
Well, you can't drink the water.
Right down there in Riviera Beach. Right there. So, in the United States of America, in Florida, big time Ron DeSantis want to run around. You had a congresswoman, and they asked me, why are you running for Congress? And I know about the water issue. The people of Riviera Beach know about the water issue. Nobody done nothing about it. So people, that is why, one reason why I'm running for Congress. To go and fix the water issue there, and in Tamarack, they're getting ready to have the same issue. So it becomes that's a whole nother movie there, a whole nother movie. But let me ask you, Streeter, before we go, how is University of Miami doing? How we looking over there? How them Canes looking? I know you've been to practice. You keep saying we loaded. You keep saying, are we running the table? Is Mario got it cooking? We got it going on. What we doing? What we doing? Talk to me, Streeter. Get me excited.
They are
about the quarterback, and you talking about the little quarterback. You say he's throwing it good, and then we got another quarterback. I'm trying to. Are we up? I got two questions for you. How do we look, and are we ever going to use a quarterback that we recruit?
Actually, they 2028 quarterback. They just signed a 2028 quarterback today, man. Knox from Maryland, and it's Knox from Mandarin, which is Carson Beck High School. He's a 2028 kid, so I mean, he got a few years. But what's interesting about that? His teammate is the number 2 player, formerly the number 1 player in the nation, Bryson Wright, the wide receiver. So he's the quarterback. Bryson Wright's the wide receiver. So
we cut a deal.
The quarterback
cut a deal. We cut a deal. You sound like you trying to insinuate that we cut a deal. Did we cut a deal?
What I'm trying to insinuate is that there's a kid named Jeremiah Smith that got out of here, and Miami got on their quarterback late. I believe Miami getting on this quarterback early.
So you trying to say we learned from our mistake?
We ain't doing this twice.
You trying to say we learned from our mistake, and that's not going to happen again. We are not going to allow anything like that to happen again.
Then the quarterback went up the road and he sees a baller. CJ for NC State. He turned into a baller. So Miami like, hey, listen, we ain't doing this. We ain't doing this twice. We're gonna get out in front of this horse. What's it saying? We're gonna get out in front of this thing. No, bro, listen, and young Darion looks good at practice. Luke, he has one of the fastest releases I've ever seen in my life, man. Maybe faster than Cam Ward. He's always had that. Like when he decides where to throw the ball, it leaves his hand like a rocket. And it's translated to college. Like I thought maybe the speed of the game would catch up with his release, but no, it's translated to college. His release is faster than anybody in the room. His clock isn't faster, right? His clock isn't faster, but his release is, if y'all understand what I'm saying. Mensah has a faster clock. Mensah could drop back 1, 2, 3, boom, ball out his hand. Your ass better be where you're supposed to be. Right. But that's not how Darion does it at the time. Darion drop back. It may not be 1, 2, 3 throw, but he can eyeball things. And when he releases it so fast that I saw him throwing it in practice the other day, man. And he threw a bunch of touchdowns in practice today. I saw him throwing the other day, man, and it was impressive. And he was poised too, man. So young Darion is doing well out there. Now, will Miami ever use a high school quarterback? Here's the thing, Luke. I've been thinking. Kind of changed my mind on this. Now, hear me out. Miami has taken top quarterbacks the last 3 years, and they've been more successful than they've been in the last 20 years, right? So my question was, well, what are they telling these high school quarterbacks? Because we just had one commit Friday that's a 4-star, about to be a 5-star that just committed from out west. And it's like, what are they telling these quarterbacks? And me and the villains got in the room and we kind of thought about it. Like, Luke, who has a high school quarterback that's starting for them now? Which team has a quarterback that they took out of high school and they're starting for them right now? Out of the top 25 teams, in the comment section, Luke, anybody, name the teams that has a quarterback that they recruited out of high school and that's going to be their starter this year. I'll wait.
Texas.
Oh, yeah. Texas. Arch Manning. I said out of the top 25 now, so we got 24 teams.
Texas.
Arch Manning.
Texas. Clemson.
You sure about that?
Clemson don't do transfer portals like that. They just started.
I don't know if Clemson's a top 25 team, but fuck it. 2.
Oh, you don't. Oh, come on. Don't do that. Don't do that. If you got the preseason, we know the preseason top 20. Notre Dame.
Notre Dame has their high school quarterback. That's 3.
Yes, Streeter. You sure you want to do this?
Sure I want to do this. Yeah, because we got a long way. I'll help you out. Does Ohio State? Does Georgia?
They notorious for doing that. Alabama.
Who's Alabama quarterback this year? We don't know.
Come on, Streeter.
Who's Alabama quarterback this year?
Streeter.
Ohio State doesn't have somebody say Ohio State.
I understand what you're doing. Streeter, I understand what you're doing. I know you're trying to.
Streeter, a transfer portal quarterback.
Streeter, I understand what you're trying to do.
Okay,
I get it. I get it, Streeter. I know what you're trying to do. I know you're trying to make an excuse for the situation. You're trying to say that you recruit a quarterback. You're trying to say Miami is doing what everybody else is doing. Miami is doing what a lot of other people are doing also. Yes, you're right. There was a lot of people that had success. LSU had success with Bortles. Georgia had success with transfer portal guys. Yeah, a lot of people had success with transfer quarterback. Yeah. But then a lot of people have had success with quarterbacks who came to the school out of high school and they developed them. Let's keep it a buck. It's only 3 coaches really developing quarterbacks.
Yeah.
There's only 3. So if you don't go to Lane Kiffin to be developed, you're not gonna get developed. I mean, hell, the guy from Ohio State, was he a transfer?
Yeah, he transferred early. 60% of top 25 teams had transfer quarterbacks last year.
That's what you got.
Well, but it answers the question of what is Miami saying to these high school kids? Well, what they're saying is is that where are you going to go that are not starting transfer quarterbacks?
No,
and then they have
what they're saying is, what they're saying is, and look at the type of player they get. What they're saying is, we're going to pay you a boatload of money. FAU is not going to pay you a boatload of money. Western Kentucky is not going to pay you a boatload of money. Washington State is not going to pay you a boatload of money. Them places where you can go and play right now, that you can start, if you bet on yourself, they're not going to pay you the same amount of money because you're going to go over there. They can only give you $30,000, maybe $50,000 to come over there and play for them. And you might still have to compete. There is a possibility that they might bring in a portal guy who dropped down from us over there. So you come on over here, and we're going to give you $300,000-$400,000, and you come over here and you just chilling. Now, your career is going to go where? Your career is going to go because you're going to be sitting. You got to play. You got to play. And if you don't play, then now you got to drop down. Now, what did Donald Trump and the rest of these people are caping for? Give you a total of 5 years. So that now you got to add that factor in too. Now, they changed the rule and say you're only getting 5 years, and your ass go over there, you sit down 3 years. You can't be like Cam Ward. Cam Ward was playing 100 years. Carson Beck was playing 100 years.
100 years.
Them boys got mad experience. That's the next question you probably need to ask. How many top 25 schools where those players, those quarterbacks played in JUCO and D2 and all kind of exotic ass places before they went to Power 5? They were on the field. Cam Ward was on the field all the time where he went at. Carson Beck was on the field. So now when you go, now mind you, there was a lot of 4- and 5-star guys that they got drafted over. A ton of them, because they didn't get no playing time. Bortles left and went over to LSU because he wasn't getting no burn. You got to get on the field. You whether it's at JUCO, whether at D2, whether if I'm a 4-star quarterback, keep it a buck. If I'm a 4-star quarterback, I'm going somewhere where I can play right now, and I can pick and choose the offense. And I with the coordinator, I'm looking at the offense, looking at the coordinator. I can get on the field right now as a freshman. I'm coming in big time 4-star quarterback. You're not going to go get nobody out the portal. I'm going over there first. I'm going over there first. I'm gonna go over there for 2 years. I'm gonna use that development, and then I could get 10 million. Ain't nobody on Miami roster that don't get on the field ain't gonna be able to demand $10 million from no Duke. That kid went over to look at the quarterback at Miami. That kid went to Tulane, burned it up in Tulane, got $10 million at Duke, and now got another $10 million at Miami. Because he went to the group of 4, the group of 5.
Yeah.
That is what you do. Same direction that Cam Ward did. Cam Ward went worse than that. This man was at a damn wing T school. So that's what you do. Let me go to Tulane. Let me go to one of these schools right here where I'm going to give me some burn. Then I'm betting on me. I'm going to go out there, 4-star. I'm big man on campus. Everybody losing their mind. We got a 4-star quarterback came over here, and he going out there playing right now. Hey, I ain't making the $400,000 I can make at Miami. No, but you're going to pay me $10 million because I'm betting on me.
15 to 18 of the star quarterbacks last year, top 25 were transfer portal kids.
That's that, and I agree with that.
See, it has changed, Lou. It has changed.
But because
what you're saying, now think about
how many of those guys started off in the group of 5.
No.
How many of them started off in FBS? Now of the ones who transfer portal guys, How many of them started FBS?
Why does that matter?
That matters because they got developed there. They did not leave. Nobody on Miami staff, all them 4-star kids are going to go to another Power 5, a Power 4, and start. Who on there? Nobody, because they ain't got no playing time.
None of the backup.
They got to do like Emory and go where he should have been in the first place.
ECU.
That's what I'm saying. They got to go down to then try and go back up.
Okay, so what do you say to the kid? If you got support at home, right? That's fine. That's fine. Take your ass to the school that don't pay like that. And but what do you say to a kid that is a single parent household, right? Coming from the hood, Luke, and they ain't seen money like that, right? Would you say starve one more year? What you say? You say, hey man.
Hold on. I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna give it to you better than this. Let's take CJ. CJ would have went to Miami. He would have never saw the field. But CJ went to a lower level group of 4 school, North Carolina State, and he got on the field right now.
Yeah.
He beat the guy out and he got him. That is what I'm saying. You go to these upper echelons, your ass is gonna sit because the demand of them playing right now, they need the demand of the coaches winning right now is big. They gotta win national championship. It's national championship or bust. North Carolina State, they just want to go to a bowl game. Vanderbilt just want to go to a bowl game. Temple, that's Temple, they're over there. That's a developmental place. Who else? Duke, they just want to go to a bowl game. They're not built to win a national championship. I remember George O'Leary telling me this long time ago. He said, I said, George, you need to get more players from Miami. I don't want all that there because now all I got to do is go undefeated one time. Then the demands of me going undefeated every year are going to be that same thing. All I got to do is win 8 games, go to a bowl game. Everybody around here love me. The bounce house is jumping and all that. But when I start winning championships, the demand is going to go high. Then I'm going to be put myself in a pressure cooker. There are upper echelon schools. Damn Deion Sanders over there at Colorado. I love Deion to death. Prime is never going to have the type of team he had with Travis Hunter and his son at quarterback. He's not getting that no more. He's not getting that in. He ain't not going to get them type of players to come to Colorado. Though Colorado State, Power 5, big group of folk. Them people, damn Rucker. Rucker is not built like that. Maryland is not built like that. Those schools they chop liver. They ain't Ohio State. They expect Ohio State to be there. They expect Florida to be there. They expect LSU to be there. They expect Alabama to be there. They expect Clemson to be there. They expect USC and shit like that to be there. Notre Dame. Them the 12 teams supposed to be in the playoff every year.
I thought you asked me to get you excited about Miami football. What you
got
want to be
excited
excited or not? You acting like Kill now. You want to be excited or not? You confused?
You try to change the damn narrative. All I wanted to know.
You excited about Miami football?
I love Miami football. I believe this shit. Hey, you know what I can't wait? I can't wait until the University of Miami move into the new soccer stadium, and that be our home field.
You think that's gonna happen?
Of course.
How many people that stadium hold? Is it big enough?
30,000. That's what we averaging anyway. Hey, I got a deal.
I don't think that's big enough.
Who we playing, Streeter? We playing fucking NC State. We're playing trash schools. We're playing Duke. Who wants to go see?
When they Miami good, they coming, man. Every game, they're not 40,000.
Streeter, we're in a conference where we ain't playing Ole Miss every year. We ain't playing Texas A&M every year. We ain't playing Alabama every year. We ain't playing that kind of stuff to be over there hard rock. We could go. This is what we could do. And listen, man, let's keep it a buck. See, I keep trying to tell you, you got to understand politics. So if Jose Mas and the Mas brothers are dumping so much money into the University of Miami, you don't think they're dumping that money into Miami for Miami to be relevant for the future when it's time for Mario to move the team over to their stadium? That's what's going on. You can't see that. Are you that blind? You can't see that? Yes, sir.
So, because the other day I sent you a picture and I was like, Luke, who is this? And he was like, hey, that's Jose Mas, right? So you're saying that because they're invested in the stadium, they're putting money in Miami. They want Miami to be really good when they come play at their house.
Have a good time. Streeter, you can't.
Is that what you're saying?
You can't read the room.
So you're saying because they invested in the stadium, they invested in Miami, they want Miami to be as good as they can be because they're going to bring a winner to the house that they built. Is that what you're saying?
Do you realize stadiums don't make money? What the hell? They going to have an empty ass stadium? Have part of the year where I just put all this, think about it. I just put all this money I invested into the University of Miami, made them the top echelon. It's an investment. It's no different than the Moss brothers invested in the Poker Bean projects. They rebuilding the Poker Bean projects. They're rebuilding University of Miami football so that then they can charge higher rent. So they built them a stadium. And they put all this money into the University of Miami football program. They got Cafe Caleche connection going on. And what you think they get ready to do? That contract is going to run out at Hard Rock. Matter of fact, they could go to Ross and cut a deal right now. This is what I would do. The deal is going to be like this. The deal is going to be like this, Streeter. You sitting there looking crazy in the face. The deal is going to be like this right here. They're going to cut the deal like this. They're going to say, look, hey, Ross, we can do this when the contract is over, or we can do this now. We'll let you have the big games, Florida State and all that. We'll let you have them games there. That's fine. All gravy. We'll have the big games at the stadium and all the other games here. The man built the stadium for what? He built the stadium. He putting all this money into University of Miami football to do what? To not have his college football team as a tenant so that he could get a return on his investment? How does he get a return on the amount of money that he dumped into the University of Miami? Are you serious, Streeter? You should know better than this.
Genius. No, I don't. That's why you my friend. I don't know.
Hey, it's all business.
Sound
it's
genius,
business, baby. Hey, I'm sitting up here like right now, Footballville buys a stadium. You buy this big luxurious stadium, you put all this money in there, you put $1 billion in this bad boy, you done did all kind of stuff with the city, and you got this pretty ass stadium, you got a soccer team, and you got this pretty stadium. At the same time, you're dumping money into the University of Miami. University of Miami plays into football. You were dumping it into University of Miami football because you're not dumping it into University of Miami basketball. You have no interest in University of Miami basketball. You have no interest in University of Miami baseball. They're not going to move. You didn't buy a baseball stadium. You didn't buy a basketball stadium. You bought a football stadium.
Why not make it bigger?
Now, if that team is Miami is hotter than mother scratcher, you got your stadium. You sitting up in there like, hey man, you need what y'all need to do is find out how long this contract still left at
2033.
And you know,
but that baseball stadium only holds 25,000 people.
No, we ain't going to the baseball stadium. We're going to the new
soccer stadium.
It holds
20,000 people. 25,000.
It can get 30,000.
That's big enough. I don't think that's big. You think that's big enough?
Streeter. In this conference, you're not averaging. Only Florida State and Notre Dame put you at a higher average, every other game is empty, Streeter. Stop it. You know that's the truth.
But they announce 40,000 people every week.
Streeter.
That's 15,000 asses you missing out on.
Streeter.
But they're gonna bring up some seats.
Okay. Let me do this. Let me do this. Hold on. So you're talking about 10,000. You're talking about 10,000 people.
10,000, 15,000, yeah.
And the trash games at an average of $20 a head. Let's say they're missing out on $2 million. This man gave the quarterback $10 million.
By himself? Not by himself.
Jose Mas just gave the quarterback $10 million. Jose Mas just gave Malachi Tony a blank check and said, put the numbers in there. Were you serious? They don't care about 10,000 people.
You want to see Miami play in a 25,000 seat stadium?
Listen, I want to see Miami play in a 100,000 seat stadium, but they don't play in a 100,000 seat stadium conference. They don't play in that kind of conference. They play in a trash conference. SMU is not going to bring you 40,000 people. Syracuse is not going to bring you 40,000 people. Louisville is not going to bring you 40,000 people. Only person in this daggone league that can generate people is Florida State and Clemson. The rest of it is trash. You think somebody coming to watch us play Stanford? Are you serious?
More than 25. If we're good, more than 25,000.
No, we were undefeated. Go do the numbers. And ain't nobody came when we was undefeated. 2 years in a row.
They're announcing 40,000 every week. I just told you that.
They're gonna hype the numbers up. The play. So you're saying that stadium holds 60,000. The Dolphins.
60, 70. Yeah.
60. They cut it down. Stop that. Don't do that. They cut it down.
Why make that stadium bigger?
We ain't going. They cut it down to 60,000 people. They hold 60,000 people. The Dolphin Stadium holds 60,000 people. You're telling me every week that place is damn near full up. Is the 20,000 different? No.
When they're good, 30,000 people aren't missing. When they're good, it's 50,000, 50,000 people in there.
Stop it. Don't do that.
When they're good.
Hey, you announced 40,000. You announced 40,000. Make that shit look good.
Hey, they ain't been good in 20 years, so how you know?
Streeter, I'm telling you, that's it. It's getting dark out here. I gotta go.
I know you're losing light.
I'm losing light. I'm outside. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, that was great. Hey, Streeter, I love you, man.
Appreciate it, bro.
Hey, people, make sure y'all go follow Streeter, Footballville. He's on all the platforms. He's on Twitter. He's on Facebook. He's on Twitch. He's on YouTube. He's on, you name it. He's everywhere. He's on X, Footballville. You got to go follow Footballville. It's very, very important that you follow Footballville. That's my guy. You got all the archive footage. Y'all can go get all the good stuff and check him out over there. But let me just say this, man. I want to thank you guys for showing up today. It is dark out here, boy. This camera is making this thing look like it's still broad daylight out here. It is not under no circumstances. But I love y'all. Hey, man, listen. Again, I'm running for Congress for Congressional District 20 that I'm trying to represent Lauderdale Lakes, Riviera Beach, Tamarack, Sunrise, Belgrade, Pahokee, South Bay. I need y'all to support the campaign. I need you to go to www.lukeforcongress.com. Hey, we're going to have a series of fundraisers, major fundraisers in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm going to announce it right now. In Atlanta, Georgia, we're going to have a major fundraiser with Ludacris. Stay tuned to my website. In Miami, we're going to have a fundraiser with Trick Daddy and Trina. These are secure. In Miami, in Miami, we're going to have a fundraiser with Rick Ross. These are announcements right now. So when we put a date to it, you'll be able to come to these private events, make donations to the campaign. And this is how we win. The way we win is we keep it right here. This is a $5 campaign. You go to www.lootforcongress.com and contribute $5. Become a person on the team. Become a person. You can volunteer. Go to the website, see the platform. If you live in the district and you want me to come to your house, if you want me to come to your social meeting, you want to come, I'm going to the district, I'm talking to a whole bunch of people. I'm doing the keynote, I'm being the keynote speaker at a big event in Riviera Beach. I'm going to speak to every pastor in the district, whether they are supporting me or not. Because in my platform, it's about faith-based initiatives. This is about bringing the church back into the fold of developing our young men and our young ladies. It's about schools. It's about it's about the proper education our kids need. We got to salvage these schools. We're closing down schools on a regular basis, people. Our schools, every kid is not going to college. So we need to create tech schools, and we need to create job training schools where these kids can then leave with a certificate, and they can be they can go work on electric cars. They can be plumbers. They can be nursing assistants. They can do all that through high schools. We got to bring that back. Those are the type of things that I'm on. Parents want to own a business. They should have the opportunity to be able to own a business. They should have the federal government assisting them in owning business. That's what I'm on. I'm sorry. I'm about bringing the resources back to the community, people. And I hope you all support me. Go to my website, www.lootforcongress.com. Drop $5. Be a volunteer. Send me an email. Encourage me, because we're gonna need it. Them people raising a lot of money. They ain't trying to have me go to Congress. Until the next time, I love you all. You have a great night and a great weekend. Peace. See you later, Glow. Bye, Glow. Bye, Glow. Bye, Glow. Bye.